Good morning, dear students. Welcome in social science class. Dear students, we have already started a chapter, the Union Executives, where we have discussed about the president, the vice president, the powers and functions of the president. Now we are having the next topic and the last topic of the chapter, the Union Council of Ministers. This topic we have already discussed in chapter number, not sorry, in 7th class, where we have read about the state government. All right, where we have the governor and the chief minister as well as the council of ministers in the state. Similarly, we have the Union Council of Ministers and they are headed by the Prime Minister of India. So here we have the Union Council of Ministers. These are the subordinates under the Prime Minister. They are working under Prime Minister. According to the Constitution of India, there shall be a Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. Yes, these are headed by Prime Minister. It will aid and advise the President in the exercise of his functions. The Council of Ministers is responsible to the popularly elected lower house, that is your Lok Sabha of the Parliament. They all are belongs to the Lok Sabha. That is Lok Sabha. The Council of Ministers comprises the Prime Minister, the Cabinet Ministers, and the Minister of State. All right, Council of Ministers, both in union level, central level, as well as both in the state level. Under state, they are working under governor, and in the country central level, they are working under the Prime Minister. The composition of the Council of Ministers starts with the appointment of the Prime Minister, and Prime Minister is appointed by the President of India. Other ministers are appointed afterwards by the President on the advice of Prime Minister. Other ministers, like we have Defense Minister, we have Education Minister, we have Finance Minister, we have Home Minister, we have External Affairs Minister, we have Food Minister. All ministers are appointed by the Prime Minister's advice with the help of President. President is appointing with the advice of Prime Minister. Prime Minister can selecting all those Council of Ministers. There are around 22 to 28 members in a Council of Ministers who are running the different portfolios or different areas in the country. There is no fixed qualification for becoming a minister except that a minister must be a member of either house of the parliament. Yes, there is no fixed qualification. Only one condition is there, whether the Lok Sabha or whether the Rajya Sabha, he or she should be a member of either a house. In case a non-member is made a minister, if non-member is made a minister, then within 3 months or 6 months, he or she can continue only for a maximum period of 6 months, and then after he has to secure a seat in either house in the parliament. Otherwise, he can be changed or he can be his post can be taken back from the different reasons, like he or she should not be a member of the parliament, so that that particular candidate has to be specify his a candidation either in houses, whether it is Lok Sabha, whether it is Rajya Sabha. Within this period following which he shall cease to be a minister, his post can be cancelled, or he or she may be have to submit his or her resignation to the Prime Minister. While appointing Prime Minister, the President has no choice or discretion. He is not having any choice that he just want to change the candidate or not. Whatever the Prime Minister has selected, he is bound to select all those candidates. Normally, the Prime Minister is the leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha. Very important question. Who is the leader of majority party? Then that will be your answer is Prime Minister. In case no single party gets a clear majority, the leader of two or more parties combined together or an alliance is called upon to become a prime minister. And we are in previous classes also, in previous chapter also, we have read about the coalition government. When two or more parties, more than two parties, they are joining hand together and making their own government, which is known as coalition government. Just like if I'll give you example, we have uh, Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP party. So maybe he is having the different parties. I'm just giving example. It's not a clear or correct facts that it maybe have the different other communist parties, those who are joining hand with the BJP. Similarly, we have different parties, just like we have Aam Aadmi Party. Maybe he's having, or they are having the different political parties who just may joining hands with them and making their own government. The Council of Ministers, it is also very important topic. These specific terms can be asked in exam also. What is coalition government? What is collective responsibility? Coalition government means more than one political parties. They join hands and make forming their own government. And collective responsibility means whenever the Council of Ministers, they are working, their head, like prime minister in country level and governor in state level, they equally responsible whatever work they are doing. The Council of Ministers works collectively as a team. All the member ministers become equally responsible to defend their acts and decisions. So all the ministers swim and sink together. This is called collective responsibility. Whether they got profits, whether they got loss, whether they have done wrong things, whether they have done good things, they equally responsible for that. Whether a single person is doing those things, but they all are equally responsible for that. And if the Council of Ministers are not working properly, they have to resign. And after they are resigning, the Prime Minister also have to give resignation. Or if Prime Minister is giving resignation, if they are forced to do or forced to give sorry, their resignation, if they are not doing work, they are not working properly for the betterment of the country, then they may be asked for their resignation. And if a prime minister is giving resignation, then their council of ministers also have to give resignation. And within 6 months, there will be a by election, and they have to give the seats can be filled after that. Do you know the cabinet and the council of ministers are not the same bodies? The council comprises of cabinet ministers, ministers of state and deputy ministers, whereas the cabinet consists of ministers who are influential and important members of the partisan. This one, you just remember this thing, very important, the difference between the cabinet and the council of ministers. Council of ministers, they are in the state, and the cabinet one, we can say that they are belongs to the different political parties and belongs to the Rajya Sabha. Next, we have the functions of Council of Ministers. What are the different functions of Council of Ministers? The formation of internal and external policy of the country. It is related to the trade and other issues. Taking decisions at the national and international levels to run the administration through various ministers like defense minister, finance minister, agriculture. These are the specific portfolios of council of ministers. It is also in the state level and it is also in the central level. Foreign affairs, health, etc. They have given the specific one. Performing certain legislative functions like preparing and approving the annual budget, and it is always uh, discussed in the Lok Sabha. Making laws, that is your legislatures, etc., are some of the functions of the Council of Ministers. Next, we have the functions of the Prime Minister. Is very important. You learn all those things. Okay. Next, we have the Prime Minister is the pivot, is very important, around whom the entire administration revolves. President is only the signing authority. The wholly solely in charge is Prime Minister. As head of the government, the Prime Minister enjoys real powers. Who is the head of the government? Prime Minister. And he or she is always a real power. He or she is always enjoying the real powers. Not nominating powers, only the real powers they are enjoying. The main powers are formation of Council of Ministers. The first one is they're forming the Council of Ministers. Second, they preside over the meetings. All right. The Prime Minister is conducting meeting also, cabinet as well as Council of Ministers. To coordinate the working of various departments, like here we have discussed various departments, they are coordinating and conducting their meetings as well. As a leader of the Lok Sabha, the Prime Minister advises the President to summon or prorogue the session to dissolve the Lok Sabha before its terms expire. If any emergency is there, if any issues are there, or if the Council of Ministers are not working properly, then the President having a power to dissolve the Lok Sabha before its term expires. Because Lok Sabha expires after every 5 year, so it can be dissolved before 5 year if they are not working properly by the President. She advises the President on making important appointments like that of Chairman of UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, Auditor General of India is very important, Auditor General of India, ambassadors of different countries, etc. They all are appointed by the President. Prime Minister is a very important link between the President and the Cabinet. Yes, it because he or she is the person who are creating a confidence among the people, and he's only responsible for making the relation between the president and the cabinet. As a leader of the party, his or her opinion carries maximum weight in taking all party decisions. All the party decision can be taken by the prime minister, and the president only the signing authority. If any decision they have taken, he she have taken, then it is the final one if president is approving those rules and regulations and decisions. Her views on various political and economic issues are valued and respected. In a parliamentary form of government, the Prime Minister occupies the most important position and wields a lot of power. Yes, it is. Parliamentary form of government means wherever we have the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and in this, the Prime Minister is only, we can say that, the higher authority. So, this was all about today's topic. Read it carefully, then only you will understand. All right. So, thank you.